there! Welcome back to the Embeemakes knitting channel. My name is Melissa and I'm the maker behind Embeemakes here on YouTube, on Ravelry and on Instagram. Today I'm not here with a regular podcast update video, but I wanted to update you on my Make 9 for 2025. Since we're already over 6 months through the year, I thought it would be good to give a little update and see what progress I made. And I also made a few changes to my Make 9 and I will tell you all about those. I maybe look a bit fancier than other times because I just had my makeup and hair done today as a wedding trial because I'm getting married at the end of September. And I thought I would take advantage of the opportunity to film a video for you with my hair and makeup done. And I really like it and I'm looking forward to the day. And maybe let's give you a first update on one of the projects on my Make 9 that has to do with my wedding. And that's my wedding shawl that I'm knitting. If you've watched my previous podcast episode, you will know about this project already and you've seen it, but I've since made a bit more progress. I have now started on the lace and I'm making good progress on the shawl and I think I will manage to finish it perfectly on time. It matches my current outfit of today. I'm not wearing any knitwear as it's pretty warm and yeah. This is the Birds of a Feather shawl by Andrea Mowry and yeah, I think it looks stunning. The little lace panel you have here is super dreamy and delicate and I think goes really well with the look. And yeah, these yarns are very special. The light purple is a color by the Mindful Creators in the lovely and soft Heavenly Alpaca base. And then the darker purple is a Sari by Ginger and Thyme. And I think they pair really well together. There's definitely a lot of contrast between the colors. And the speckles in the light colored yarn match perfectly with the Sari alpaca. And so this is a very special shaped shawl. You start at the tip here and then increase at a certain rate. And you have this central spine that you also work. And then at a certain point, I think pretty soon, I need to shift a bit and then the spine starts going a bit to one of the sides, which makes for a irregular shaped shawl. And I think it will be really lovely. I am slightly doing some modifications. For example, on the sides in the pattern it says to do yarn overs for some eyelets, but I didn't like it when I started here at the tip. It was way too open, so I exchanged those for just a knit front and back in the first stitch and the last stitch of each row. And I think it's looking really neat. I really like it. And then I will also make some adjustments. I will have to look at some Ravelry pages from other people who knit this to make it slightly smaller because I'm using only one skein of the fingering weight yarn and I have 2 skeins of the Sari, but I think I will need a little bit less of that. But yeah, since I'm working with only 1 skein of the fingering weight, I have to make it slightly smaller, which I think is perfectly fine because the shawl is pretty large in the sample. I think the slightly smaller size will be just perfect. Then another project that was on my Make 9 that is still a whip is the Lumme Pullover by Sari Nordlund. I have put this in hibernation for now because it's way too warm to be working stranded color work with a worsted weight yarn. But I'm halfway through the yoke, I think, a bit further even. And I think it's looking really nice, but I will pick this one up again September, October to have it finished by December, so I can wear this for some Christmas festivities. If you want to know more about this sweater, I recommend you go look at some previous podcast episodes where I talk more about this one. And then I have swapped out two of my projects. One that I'm swapping out is the Poppy Tee by Petiteknit. I do still want to knit that t-shirt and I want to use that yarn for it that I had planned, but this will be something that I probably cast on in the spring of next year. But for now I have swapped it out for the Lusk Tee by the Creabea. You've also seen this in recent podcast episodes. And yeah, this is what I have so far. I have the collar and I have a good part of the body done already. And I think it's also looking really nice. I'm using again the Mindful Creators yarn. This is on her lovely linen base. And the colors are from the Summer Tonals collection, which you can still order all throughout summer. So I will put a link below here for you to check out. She has these colors available and some other more bright colors as well. So definitely go check it out if you're interested. And yeah, this base is really lovely and it's a limited edition, I think only for the summer. I think it's perfect for this kind of t-shirt. It's a merino and linen blend and it feels really nice, works up really nice, hold double for this t-shirt. And so yeah, I think this will be really lovely when finished. I hope I can still manage to finish it before it gets too cold again. I think I will. I need to add some more stripes to the body and then just the two sleeves, which will be short sleeves. So yeah, I think this should be done pretty soon. And then another project I have swapped out is the California sweater by Knit California. Yeah, I have the swatch over there, but I will maybe pop in a picture here. And I've swapped it out for the Courage Henley by Tori Yu. I again still want to knit the California sweater, but maybe in spring of next year. And yeah, I had started this one during the spring of this year and it's not finished yet. But I'm again a good way through the body. I have to still knit the bottom placket here and the neckline. And then add the two sleeves, which will be long sleeves. I'm using a woolly knit cone for this one, held together with a strand of Sari again. And yeah, it's really lovely fabric. It's a bit marled because they are not exactly the same color, but I really love how it looks. And it's also really soft. Slightly itchy in my neck. But I think once I've fully washed and blocked this one, it will soften up some more. And yeah, I really love these saddle shoulders that you start off with when you knit this. And yeah, this is more of a spring color maybe, but I think it will be very lovely to be able to wear this in the fall and throughout winter. I also already have some buttons that I bought this spring that I can use for this project. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to having this off the needles. And then there are also a few projects that I have yet to cast on. One of them is a slipover. This is the swatch for it. This is the Lauder slipover, I believe. It's another Creabea pattern. And I will put in a picture and the name here. And this is some really lovely yarn that I bought in London last year. It's the fiber company Lauder in this really nice off-white shade. And I think it will be a perfect slipover to wear over a button-up shirt in the fall. Very, very fall vibes. And yeah, also great to wear in the winter. But I will cast this on more towards the fall maybe once I've finished one of my current whips. Then another one that I still want to knit is the Cumulus blouse by Petiteknit. I think this will again be a very wearable piece that I can wear to work. I also don't really have a long sleeve mohair sweater or hand knit yet. I do have a short sleeved souffle tee by Laura Penrose, which is lovely, but yeah, the short sleeves and the mohair, it's a bit difficult to wear in certain weather. It's either maybe too cold because it's short sleeved or too warm because it's mohair. So it really has to be the exact right weather conditions to be able to wear that one. But a long sleeved mohair sweater will I think be very wearable, and again nice on some nice work pants to wear to the office. And I also really love this green color. I think will look great in the fall and is really a color that suits me really well. This is, by the way, the Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair. And then one last project from my Make 9 that I still plan to knit is in this beautiful navy blue. This yarn is by Laxton's Sheep Soft Decay, I believe. And I will be knitting the Eva cardigan by Petiteknit with this yarn. I have not cast this on yet because I still have my Pippin cardigan on my needles, but once that's finished I will be casting on this one. I just don't want too many cardigans on my needles at once because I really struggle to knit cardigans. I think it's because, yeah, there's a lot of flat knitting involved. I have in the meantime knit a full Olga jacket by Petiteknit, but maybe because that one's striped, I flew through that and yeah, that just was off the needles super fast. But I think, yeah, this will be a very wearable cardigan for me. Again, something I could wear to the office in the fall and winter. So I'm really itching to cast this on and yeah, be able to wear it soon. But yeah, that will be more something for towards the end of the year. I hopefully still finish it this year. But yeah, it will be something that I will have in my wardrobe for years to come, hopefully. And yeah, this yarn is very lovely. Can't wait to wear it. Then there's also a lovely pair of socks that I really want to knit, but that will be something that I probably cast on in October, for October, and hopefully finish it in that month. And then one last sweater that I wanted to make was the clay sweater by Ozetta. But I'm not really feeling the color anymore and the stitch pattern. I don't know, I don't think it will be something that I will gravitate towards wearing very often. The yarn is not lost. I think my mom will really like it, and so I will ask her which pattern she would like in that yarn, and then I will knit that for her as a gift. Probably, maybe I will gift her the yarn for Christmas and then tell her I will knit something in the early spring for her, or towards next Christmas. But I want to exchange that pattern for something in a really lovely Bordeaux color. I have this beautiful Filcolana Pernilla in this gorgeous Bordeaux red. I think also will really suit me very well. I've seen in stores already for the fall collection that there's a lot of this color, and I really like this color, so I think it will be something that will fit into my wardrobe really nicely for fall. Then I also have this yarn that I bought in London, or that my mom bought for me in London earlier this year. This is again Blue-Faced Leicester fleece. I have knit a Monday sweater in this in a beautiful green color. And I really love the feel of this yarn, loved working with it, and it wears really well. Although it does spill a little bit, but yeah, it's just so lovely and soft. And I have a full sweater's quantity on this. And I really want to make a zipper sweater by Petiteknit in this yarn. Or in the Pernilla, I would like to make the Elisabeth blouse, also by Petiteknit. So I will probably cast on either of those somewhere in the fall. Because yeah, they look pretty similar, but they're not really the same. This is a DK weight yarn and this is a sport weight yarn. And yeah, I think I really like wearing the colored Elisabeth blouse or the zipper sweater, but I am slightly scared of knitting a sweater that has a zipper inserted into it afterwards. It's probably not as scary as I think, but for this one then I would need to find a zipper. For this I just have this yarn and I think I should be fine. I also know that Femke from the Mindful Creators is knitting an Elisabeth blouse. And yeah, she says it's a really lovely pattern. Yeah, they're both Petiteknit patterns, so yeah, should be fine. But yeah, be sure to follow me over on Instagram and subscribe to my channel if you want to know which one I end up casting on. So that's it for this little update video. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you also knitting from a Make 9 or are you just casting on whatever you want throughout the year? Have your plans changed maybe, or do you just make seasonal plans and then knit from those? If you were knitting while watching this video, please let me know what you were knitting on. I'm very curious and would like to know. I hope you enjoyed it and I'm wishing you happy knitting. Bye!